这样走进这浪吧，长久花留在你相思起，大叶之后给的所能的，若拉偏去上给这快手。这样走进这浪吧，长久花留在你相思起，大叶之后给的所能的，若拉偏去上给这快手。这样走进这浪吧，长久花留在你相思起，大叶之后给的所能的，若拉偏去上给这快手。
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Gekula.
You are for sleep? I for sleep. If I'm sleep, throw something, okay? How's the English? Okay?
Huh?
That's good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
That's bad. Oh, good.
Oh, that's mine.
Now you need water.
Huh?
When you drink mala,
That's mine. Oh, thank you.
oh, good. How's it, daughter? How's the citizen? Nice, good. 쌈이랑 코. 쌈이랑 먹거든요.
Beyond imagination? Huh?
What's beyond imagination?
That's the altar.
이 아웃에 스티바?
Who made that?
I don't know yet. But it's good.
Not that special.
It's okay. It's okay.
I can stand it.
It's okay.
She asked if I worked on it. I said I
See, it
don't
doesn't
work.
work.
Good anyway. And one day finish it again. Nicely. If you jumble here, then you can draw really nicely. Maybe you can go jump and come back. Yeah, you can do that.
You don't know how to do
You
it?
have no time.
Joe can do that.
I can do it.
Yeah, you should do it. We are volunteering more work for you.
Oh, that's good.
This is good, simple, nice.
Yeah, she got hit with the tendon, same like this, the gold. See how it matches the gold border,
Yes.
simple.
Yeah.
And the front is more elaborate and the side
That's
is
right.
simple.
That's right.
Yeah,
So
good.
like this here.
Oh, this is very small.
A bit more.
More
Do
nature.
like that.
We put all the golds there. Cultural center is very rich, otherwise no one can put the golds there.
Actually, there's one more strip of blue, right? You're leaving it there for purpose?
So you can't see.
And that's that tape. It'll come off.
You're gonna take it off though?
Yeah.
It's not painted.
Yeah, he's got
It's
to
not
gold.
changed yet.
That is to show that nothing is perfect.
Okay, anyway,
When do we start reading the books?
Yeah.
Whenever you have time. It's always there. So you don't have to wait for anybody.
we really wanted the Tibetan community to come here. We to not complete that, very open little bit.
Glance, just
Yes.
look through.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tibetan
Wow,
called
that's
Shie, Tibetan called Shie.
Huh.
They just,
They do it in Japan too.
Oh,
I
really?
didn't know that Tibetans do that too.
yeah, Tibetan, this is sometimes also the monasteries, they do some more, they check, oh, you have to do complete, finish, or you have to deeply. This many times it happens in other
Oh.
monasteries.
In Japan on New Year's they do. They take the whole kanjur and they open. In theirs are like scroll, you know, like
Yeah.
they fold like a fan,
Oh.
and they go like this.
Uh-huh.
Everyone in front of the people to give blessing. They can't read or anything,
Yeah.
but just the
Yeah.
wind from the paper.
Yeah.
Breeze.
Yeah, we did want it here. Maybe next year it will be dangerous.
We're getting the mildew out.
Yeah, maybe.
It's good. Even we get just, you can see the words. It's merit is only Buddha can make. Person can say how much merit.
Yeah.
We cannot say. It's very good. Even we put a beautiful altar, you will see joy. You get more merit.
A long time ago, there used to be a monk in every monastery in India. One monk who's responsible to memorize everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good. Very good.
Yeah. A lot of it has stock phrases, stock passages. So.
Indians are smart people.
That's how it was written in the book later, from the memory.
Yeah, yeah.
So somebody had it memorized, and then they chanted it, and then other people wrote it. And so that's how they produced the books.
First Buddha time no one memorized. Yet I'm not read on paper. Buddha passed away, then which one? Someone very close to Buddha. He has all memorized. But during that time he had not cheap arat. They need to together road, they need to arat. Then they kick out him to the monastery. And they beat him to why you didn't ask to Buddha to long life, why you give Buddha very bad food, why you didn't you saw the Buddha's cloth, you put it here, you did this, he put, they found many bad things for him. So,
False.
Kunga?
When it falls.
they Kunga, right?
Ananda.
Ananda.
Yeah.
Then they kick out him. Because there's a reason they need to do together, there are 500 arhats. There are 499, then one not enough. Then he went to them, they kick out, then he went to the mountain, he memorized, it was a meditation. When he achieved the arhat, then he called back, and all the arhats got to yellow rope put down, then everybody put the arhat, was Ananda put above that. Then everybody said, okay, now you to recite from us. Then he recite, then during that time they write on paper. Usually after Buddha passed away, there are 3 times. Anyway, very good we have opportunity to study medicine, to subject our mind. Then one day we hope maybe everybody read the Kanjur and Tenjur. Also, not only that everybody understand their meaning, not only understand, they do practice, they effectively
Effective.
Gain realization.
gain realization. One day everybody to pray, everybody wish, not Scotch, what do you call it? That is the Scotch ticket.
Scratch.
Lottery.
Yeah, lottery. Anybody wish $1 million is Scotch. We have to wish one day we read all the kinds of dangers, understand. Not, I don't know, you guys do here. People walking, they always ready. And anyway, good opportunity, study, practice, dharma. More important to understand. Then first we have to understand, then we to more familiarize, then practice, meditation. Then you can go to results. Therefore, now today we talk about the salam. This is part of ground. This is not same as the lotions and laundrums. This we have to study first to understand. And the lotions, laundrums, usually they have to study the butt. they have to contemplate our mind, subdue our mind, how to some
So the lojong and the lamrims, they are for subduing one's mind and developing one's mind.
Also, lojong also special, very related to our daily life, everyday life. Very strong.
So it's related with our day-to-day life.
It's very important. And you think about meaning, then you go one day, you have to sometimes up, sometimes down. You guys have every day, sometimes up, sometimes down, 3 times, sometimes in a row. I think everybody has. Therefore, when the depth, we have to think about lojongs. It's more important. But now this is what we have to study. What kind paths, grounds, what they call, how they reach, so how they achieve it. And what are that bind each level. This is 사람들 단나가 주는 데 던두족이지 사돌랑 토픽이다 나도 개용할 수 있는 시고 있어.
So this is just like intellectual knowledge, so knowledge that will occur just to understand what kind of paths that are to be achieved. Of course, people like myself have not achieved it, but we have to understand first what are the paths that can be achieved. So in the homework, I have asked you to memorize the definitions. I hope you have done that. It's a study, so you have to study to understand. So it's a knowledge you should gain. So the definition is very important. If you understand the definition, then you will understand the meaning of that thing. So if you understand the definition of the meaning, then you will understand the scriptures.
In the monastery, their teachers teach to memorize. The teacher also doesn't want to see the text. The student also, they cannot want to see the text. That's why teachers say the words, the students repeat again. Maybe you can go to this monasteries, they have to teaching place, everybody very loud. No, they have to repeat again. And they have to memorize all the, what we call it? Definitions. Therefore, the student have to remember us now. Otherwise, he or felt that always late. Anyway, you guys also very important. Always they talk about teaching place. Every place they first part, second part. They talk about the names, but we don't know the definitions. We don't know what kind of mind. If we know the definitions, then everybody has something, something
Something to think about.
Otherwise, their teachings, Tantra, Sutra, whatever they Sadhulambu, Kormambu, Satabali,
So, because you always hear in the teachings that such and such a way is first ground, second ground, third ground, and so forth. But at that time, if you don't know about the paths and grounds, then you wouldn't know what that means.
Therefore, very important to also don't miss each other's first, second, third, then each are the different things. A little bit different. We are not debate here. If you debate, always confused. but first you the suzu semlechi samyadro samutaharo yoko.
So you need something to hold it to, something to think about.
Okay, now we start to yesterday we finish
So we've gone through all the 5 parts of the healers, right? So generally path and ground are synonymous, right? Mutually inclusive. There are 15 parts, 3 of each vehicle, right?
5.
Oh no, 5 of each vehicle. So 5 of each vehicle, that's 15, right? So among these 15 parts, how many are there which are only superior parts? Superior parts. 9, right?
Good. Oh, good guys. They. No, it's a good. Palm go to Karis.
What are they?
Path of seeing,
She's got
Yeah.
path
Path
of
of seeing.
meditation,
Uh-huh.
the path of no more learning.
Yeah. This is the for Nitilasun, Anatilasun, the Teochimasun was.
Right?
for each vehicle.
Each vehicle has 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a maybe understand. And that Tinolaya, that's Kazami Lavin Meka. Suzushi will run Kuna.
So how many parts are there that are ordinary parts?
6.
Only ordinary parts.
6.
Absolutely ordinary parts.
If you not plus 6, then how much? 15, right?
6 plus 9 is 15.
15.
Or 6 plus 9.
Should be 2 for each
Two
vehicle.
for each. So
Yeah, 2 for each vehicle, so 6.
Oh, yeah, that telling each way soon in you was that Tinalaya, that Suzuchi will learn Konagi Kateos, that Juktanaya.
So among the 6 ordinary parts, how many are there that are only ordinary parts?
6.
Only.
Only,
What is the difference between
yeah,
all?
maybe I didn't tell these guys. You guys doesn't understand.
2.
What? Was that true?
Wait,
Okay, truth word?
2, yeah.
What are the
Path
two?
path of accumulation and path of preparation. But
Oh.
then the subdivisions in there.
No. You said only 2, right?
Only
Yeah.
2, yeah. Which one?
So there are part of accumulation and part of preparation.
Yeah.
Of the
Of
healers.
which one? Of healers, Soto Leather, or the Mahayana?
Oh,
I would guess here.
here it is.
Healers.
Yeah.
What about the Soto Leathers? There are 2 also there, right?
Yeah, we didn't study them yet.
Yeah,
Oh, I see. You mean only what you have studied.
it's good. But anyway, I think that's true.
Yeah.
단 얘기가 손을 전화 가는데 소소시험 참했어. 다들 참 잘자. 다 유미스 말했어.
So when we talk about only ordinary part, only the normal ordinary part, means there cannot be other superior parts in that. The person who is on that path will not have any superior parts, realization of any superior parts. And so in that case, it will be only the practitioner on the path of the path of preparation and path of accumulation of the healer's vehicle.
가르에서는 얘도 손을 남쳐도 매웠어. 뒤에는 남쳐도 매웠어.
So before the accumulation, the path of accumulation of the healers, there's no path, right? There's no path before that.
그 가르 마주로 그렇게 왔어.
So that's the lowest, right?
그래서 다
Among the paths.
근데 다 라자 손을 전화 다 봐봐 여기 계셔 다 유명 시도 더 뜨보면 뭐 여러 해서 와. 그것이 그것이 매랑들 뭐 여러 해서.
And so in the healers,
라자.
in the soldier as path of accumulation and path of preparation, there are superior paths also, right?
대 도전이 왔어.
Yes, yeah, there is one.
Wait a minute.
What?
The super mundane.
There's
They
3.
they have that in the healers too.
Yeah, but when you, but I remember Geshe-la saying that, maybe I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but when you get into the super mundane qualities, you have kind of pretty much entered the path of seeing in a way.
Yeah. So this is the different one.
Yeah.
Turn on the Lakshana. 먼저 고쳐줘. 그때 가려도
다
도공 소에서 딜랍션.
어디 다 발에 가르에서나 담보 먼저 당 남고가 저거나 다내 년도 남가 내랑 자를 남가 다내 소지 다 되고 좀 남가 이서 we see this is a part C here's part then solid's part the Mayan part right usually this one when finish all the parts jump to here they jump to Maya not complete, not necessarily, but some part first they finish all the and then
So you understand? So there are 5, okay, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the hero's part, hero's vehicle. And then 5 in the soldier vehicle, and there's 5 in the Mahayana vehicle, right? So the heroes here, and then from the hero's path of accumulation, you go to the path of preparation, and then you go to path of seeing, then you go to path of meditation, and then path of normal learning. So that is the final part of the path of the hero's path, hero's vehicle, right? And so after you have done that, then you can go back again, go on the soldier path. So when you have reached the hero's path of seeing, path of meditation, or path of normal learning, you're already spirit being, right? You're already spirit being. Now again, you go into the soldier realizer's vehicle. You enter into the soldier realizer's vehicle. At that time, you start from the path of accumulation, right?
Really?
So the path of accumulation, yeah.
Not backwards.
Not backwards.
You jumped a step already.
No. So you're going from here. You're going into the now you're going into that. So the soldier realizer's vehicle is higher than the healer's vehicle. Right? So you're going to a higher one. Right? So you want to have more knowledge. So now you go into that one. So when you first go there, the first part of the soldier realizer is what? Part of accumulation. Right? So then the second is part of preparation. So those two are ordinary part. Right? For the soldier realizer's vehicle, that's the ordinary part.
But
if you have gone through that,
from the
yeah, so you're already superior, but your superior being, your hero's superior being, so therefore you are spirit being. You are spirit being. You have the direct realization of emptiness. You are superior being already. But here, you are ordinary being of the soldier realizer, but you are already superior being. You are spirit being of the heroes. So therefore, when you are there, you are not only an ordinary part. You're not completely not absolutely ordinary, because you have already had the realization of the superior being from the hero's vehicle. You understand? So you can go like that, So you can go through there, and then you complete the soldier realizer's vehicle, and then again you enter into the Mahayana vehicle. So you can do that. Or you don't have to go through the soldier realizer's vehicle. After you have completed the hero's vehicle, you enter into the Mahayana vehicle. And then when you're in the Mahayana path of accumulation, you are Mahayana ordinary practitioner, but you are already superior being. So you have what you have preceded the hero's path of normal learning. When you are not only ordinary being, you already are a spirit being.
So those terms superior and ordinary being are relative anyway.
Oh no! So when you are in the path of hero's path of accumulation and path of preparation, you are absolutely ordinary being. You have no mix of anything. So that's the only two. So understand when you say two, those are the only two that's referring to.
But you can't go directly into. Is it the case that you have to go through the hearer's vehicle?
No.
So then, wouldn't you be merely an ordinary being if you started in?
So if you didn't go through here and you just enter into the Mahayana vehicles right away from the beginning, then you are ordinary being. You are not superior being at all.
But there's the possibility that you could be a hearer Aryan. That's why they say it's not merely.
That's right. Yeah. That's not only. Yeah. Not merely. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you jumped over the hearer's vehicle and you started with the Pratyeka Buddha vehicle, so then you fully completed it and you realized the emptiness of duality, you would never go backwards to the hearer's vehicle to realize the selflessness of person.
That's right. Yeah.
So with that,
No.
so when you have that realization as part of realizing the emptiness of duality,
yes. So when you have completed the
when you've completed the solitary realizers,
uh-huh.
what happens to that realization of selflessness of person? Does that come just along with?
Yes, you already have that. You already understand. You already realize the selflessness of person already. When you have understand the duality, emptiness of duality, you will understand. You already understand the emptiness or the selflessness of person. So you know, sometimes you have to go through up, you finish, you start from the path, hero's path, and then you go all the way up, and then complete it, and then after that you come down, and then enter into the Soul-to-Blessed's path, or into the Mahayana path. You can do that, Mahayana vehicle. Or sometimes you don't even have to complete it, When you reach the middle, then you say, oh, this is, the result that I'm going to achieve from this vehicle, is not good enough, I want to have higher result, So then you enter into the Soul-to-Blessed's vehicle, and so you go up to the healer's path of seeing, and then again you say, okay, I'm going to go into the Soul-to-Blessed's vehicle, and then you enter from the Soul-to-Blessed's path of accumulation. And you start from there again. So you don't have to complete, in order to jump up. You can jump from the middle also.
So you always have to go to the path of accumulation, always, right?
Yes, path of
because that's the one where you realize the Dharma
that's right,
first. Yeah, you have to be taught.
So that's according to the definition, that's how you have to go.
Yeah.
So that's what I was discussing with Geshe-la about. You can't jump from hero's path of seeing to the Soul-to-Blessed's path of seeing.
Yeah, you can't.
Because you can't. In order to achieve the Soul-to-Blessed's path of seeing, you have to complete the Soul-to-Blessed's path of preparation.
Yeah.
So that's the definition. In the definition it says after completing the Soul-to-Blessed's path of preparation and before achieving its result, the path of meditation of the Soul-to-Blessed's vehicle, and so that the clear realization of that is the definition of the Soul-to-Blessed's path of seeing.
You see, who understand the
definition?
Definition is very easy to
catch it.
Yeah,
that's right. It's very important.
So if you understand, otherwise you might say, okay, you don't have to complete. If you don't know it has to complete, if you don't know the definition, where it says you have to complete the path of preparation before you can achieve the path of seeing, then you might say, okay, you can jump from middle to middle, from the path of seeing of the hearers to the path of seeing of the Sotrivajas. But then you can say, oh no, because in the definition it says that you need
Even
to
without
complete
the definition of the path of seeing, just with the definition of the path of accumulation and preparation, you should understand.
Yeah.
Because you need
should.
to know.
You know, if you know the
object.
understand, you know the definition, then you understand. If you don't know the definition,
Yeah.
you might think, oh, it's possible.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you guys understand? Little different? You understand something? Forget?
No, I didn't forget, but I think
Did you?
you answered. I was going to ask a question,
Use the
but I think.
microphone.
Oh, sorry. I think you answered. I think you answered it. I was just going to give an example and see if it's possible, but I think you answered it. But just to go through with my question, if one was to start on the path of accumulation in the hearer's path, would it be possible for them to jump to the path of preparation for the solitary realizers?
You just said that.
And he said,
Yeah.
and then you would not be able to go on to the path of seeing for the Mahayana because of the definition. That was going to be my question. You could go like this way, sideways. You answered it.
Oh, that's good. 다 니들 다 주면 또 방건데 소미 다른 한테 돈 오지 왔어. 다들 다 주면 왔어.
So the person, the hearer's arhat, right? So hearer's arhat is a practitioner who have achieved the hearer's path of normal learning, right? The final path. So when you achieve the fifth path, the path of normal learning, then that's when you become hearer's arhat. So then that arhat enters into the soul realizer's path now, right? Soul realizer's vehicle, and the first path is what? The path of accumulation, right? So the practitioner, so that kind of practitioner who have gone through, who have proceeded in the path of normal learning of the hearer's vehicle, when he is in the path of accumulation of the soul realizers, is he arhat?
A
Yes.
hearer, isn't he?
So when he is in the soul realizer's vehicle, on the soul realizer's vehicle's path of accumulation, when he is on that path of accumulation, is he arhat?
He's the hearer.
I would say yes.
He's arhat, right? He's not the arhat of the soul realizer, but he is the hearer's arhat.
That makes sense.
그래서 고통 법이란 뭐지?
So he is a spirit being, right?
Yes.
A hearer.
Because you can't lose
Yeah,
that.
he is a spirit being. It doesn't matter whether he is a hearer or soul realizer or whether he is a spirit being.
그래서 다 라자 수준이라 다 법안이게 많이 요래서.
And so in the soul realizer's ordinary path, which are they? In the soul realizer's ordinary path.
Path of accumulation and
Accumulation,
preparation.
So those are the soul realizer's path of ordinary path, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So in the soul realizer path, soul realizer's ordinary path, it's not necessary only ordinary path, right?
Yeah,
There
yeah.
can be
Yeah.
a spirit
Superior
being
from the
also,
previous.
yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
There can be superior path also.
That's why the other two are
So
merely-
only the two of the hearers are the only.
Now I understand.
Yeah.
I was reading it, I was like, I
Okay.
didn't understand it all.
Huh?
Now hearing you guys.
So when you say
thank
only
you.
or merely,
Thank you.
merely ordinary beings,
Not
that's only two.
six.
Yeah, not six.
Yeah, thank you.
There are six,
But there's only two.
only two. Yeah.
Now we
The merely one is two only.
Before.
Is it we talked about how these paths, especially accumulation and preparation, or any of them, can be any length of time.
Use
Yes.
this, man.
Thank you.
Good catch. This is his karma. Shallow, what is it? Shallow, physical.
With a sharp word.
Very shallow.
Turning in full circle.
The day that Bikram reminds me to use this makes me very happy. I rejoice because
That's what
Anyway.
the real shop was all about.
Okay, yeah.
so we talk about how each of these grounds can last indefinite, very long periods of time, eons and eons and eons. Would it be fair to assume, or is there no use to this, to assume that a superior being who enters the solitary realizer path of accumulation and preparation, who has already completed the hearer's vehicle, would be a shorter period of time? Or is there no use to that kind of
We have an
assumption?
edge.
But it seems like they've already realized emptiness directly. They've already accumulated so much merit that it would be quicker.
저기 그래서 내가 다 좀부터 보면도 쓰면 이제 처럼 봐라. 이제 처럼 봐다. 또 보면도 마서면 사람 번지라라. 또 보면도 손에 사람 봐다. 또 보면도 마서면 사람 번지라라. 아니다. 아주 저기 가서 요런 거기 때문에 내 개발을 했어.
채워야
찌글라데 유는 거 보여야 다 찌글라데 유는 거 먹어야 되는 개와요. 가서 그 찌글 돈이 또 살아. 그 속사 렐라데 속 요가사는 그 요조로 남기.
가나
내 개와 여러 있어.
채워야 있어. 그 오모 또 와서 그 뭐라. 담보나 하자랑 주는 오모 너. 그 줘. 그 니들 다 지금 또 방면서 하는
말다 그런 저랑 알았어. 저랑 봐. 지난 거랑 파는 자 제나도 다 찾아 지나도 다 그런 유는 거 살아. 이나 거랑 거 다 알아. 년도 떠본 저런 라디오 저런 거 떠본 것도 마찬가지로 저런 저런 거란이라. 거란이라 때는 윤준동이 되게 개와요.
그 간절히 나 서울라야 매다. 다시 또반 숨기되고 오모 또 봐도 다시 그 것도 가고 있어. 그 오모 노트 그 담보는 주도 말이야. 그 전도 또 보는 거. 담보는 이제 라디오로 셔는 오모 노트 다시 그 줘. 대가 서울라야 매.
It's not very clear. I mean, I don't know very well about it, but usually it's it takes longer to go through the other vehicle. So if you enter into the Mahana path straight from the beginning, and then you go and achieve, it will be much faster than somebody who enters into the hero's path, completes that, and then comes back into the Mahana path, and then enters and then goes to achieve it. That takes much longer time. 뒤집어 되는 거 여기 가서 나중에 먹어보는 거다 가서 고봐 고배냠셔야 되는데 유름 것이 근데 다 때는 또 저러고 그러더라.
대라야 다비 다 나중에 시간에 냠바샤네 나야 사지도 좀 나가려 빼네 빠지한테 냠마데 야나 근데 야 사지 공부 또 거야 말하나야 얘네들 먹으러 일단 냠바샤.
So usually I'm not sure about the level of intelligence. That's the one maybe more sharp, faculty than the other one, more dull faculty. And because of that, the dull faculty one is the one who goes through the hero's path, and then sharp faculty one is the one who enters into the minor path straight. It could be that way. I'm not sure about it, but but the other reason is that when you go through the hero's path and then you achieve the hero's arhat, and there you achieve the nirvana, the peace, and then you get distracted to that for a long time. And it's so difficult for you to enter into that. And then, even when you enter into that, it's still, you need a lot of those stimulation, to engage in that practice strongly, because you're happy, you don't have any suffering, right? So how you really, make so much effort to, see the other suffering, all these things. So it takes a really long time in that way, But I don't know if you just compare in just the path of accumulation itself, then I don't know, maybe it takes longer, maybe not. I don't know.
아주 좋죠. 이제 가다는 파바를 와서 드림 파바는 너무 파바 거마진 거 와서 가게 되서는 똑바로 하는 거죠. 얘들아 좀 도마셔. 이제 라자 통화 받대 대전하지는 거 집어로 와서 먼저 다 얘들아 좀 도마서 이제 통화 받대. 라자 통화 받대. 파바이스 라자 통화이스. 그래다다 그 파바를 내려와서 제가 먼저 파바 거마진 거 와서 대나 지려서는 똑바로 되나?
So how many Arya beings, how many superior beings did you say there are in the 15th path? Superior path? 9, right? 9. So you said 9 now. So now there's also who has gone through the hero's path, and then now he is in the hero's the social just ordinary path. That's also superior path.
So there could be 13. It's possible.
No, it will be only 9.
How do you think
Because if you are a superior hearer
Yeah.
and you enter the path of accumulation of solitary realizer, you are a superior.
You've already done it.
Oh, I see. So
So
you're
two
superior.
Those other 4, it's possible those other 4 could also be superior, but not necessarily so. But the other 9 are necessary.
So that one, so there are only 9. There are only 9, right?
Yeah.
There are only 9. So 3 from the hero's path. Let's say that this person on the path of accumulation, or the social realizer, is one who have achieved the arhatship of the heroes. So he is a superior being here, right? He's a superior being of what?
The hearer.
Heroes, right? So he's a superior. He's not a superior being of social realizer,
But
right?
he's
So
still
therefore there will be only 9.
But you said before, like, is a person who, in order to make the definition that there are only 2 paths that are merely ordinary paths, you said that we have to count the hearer superior who's on a solitary realizer's path of accumulation as a superior.
Yes. So that's the superior of what? Of which vehicle?
It's a hearer superior.
Yeah, so hearers. So that's in the hearers there are only 3.
Well, so then we have to make a distinction.
So that's, yes.
There are only 9
Yeah.
superior paths, but it's possible that there could be, out of 13 out of the 15 paths, the person on the path could be a superior. The path
So-
itself is
So
an
no matter
ordinary path.
which path they are in,
Mhm.
even if they are on the path of accumulation of the social riser,
Mhm.
there are still there are still spirit being of the
The hearer.
hearers.
Here,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
It's the one.
it doesn't matter. So there will be only 9. There cannot be more than 9.
Can't have.
So if we can count them as a superior, because by virtue of being a hero superior, just count
Yes.
them as a superior, even though they're on a path of accumulation on the
Of the
solitary
social riser.
realizer,
Yeah, that's right.
then why do we need to delimit only 2 that are merely ordinary? I mean, why can't we just say all of them are ordinary?
No, they are ordinary. The merely ordinary is just 2 of them.
Okay, it's just the possibility. So the possibility that a person could be a superior from another vehicle
Yes.
on an ordinary path from a different vehicle happens in 4 of those, right?
That's right. Yeah, 4 of those. Yeah, that's the possibility. Yeah. But in the 2 of the hearers, there's no possibility.
That's right.
Yeah,
Why
so there's
those
no
4
therefore
things?
there's merely only
But
the only
Okay.
only ordinary part, you know. But and the other 2, the 2 of the Soul Stabilizer and 2 of the Mahayana,
Yeah.
there's a possibility that
Okay,
there
so
could be
this is
somebody who
the-
has already gained an ownership of other vehicle and then coming to that.
So
They don't know.
it seems
So
like
they don't know,
They
but
may
there's a
not.
possibility.
Possibility.
Yes.
it seems like choosing to name those, to decide to give the name to those 2 merely ordinary paths was strategic in order to avoid arguments about how many superior paths there are, right?
No,
How
no.
many superiors there are.
No, no, it's not. It's not because of that.
Because the opposite of
no,
that,
because it is the possibility that there could be spirit beings in the other 4 or ordinary paths of the hearers and the Soul Stabilizers and the Mahayana. Therefore, you say there's only 2 there.
but they would never be superiors of that vehicle.
No, definitely.
So if we're not able to count,
But they are spirit,
but not of that vehicle.
not of that vehicle.
So-
We're not saying how many ordinary parts of that vehicle. Then you can say only 2.
I agree with that, but I'm just saying the logic of being able to delimit that they are, in one case, we're counting them as superiors and ordinary beings at the same time, in
Yes.
order to say there are only 2 that are merely ordinary.
Yes.
But then on the other hand, we're saying we can't count them as superiors when they're in the solitary realizer vehicle, when they're on the path of accumulation,
Mhm.
because there's only 9 superiors. It seems like there is a anyway.
No, you can count. You can count them as a
So then
spirit.
we have to say there's 13 superiors.
No. Because so that's a superior. The superior part of what?
Of
You
the
have to
hearer.
see. Of the hearers, yeah.
Yeah.
So if that is superior part of other one, how many superior part are there in the hearers?
So in that
Oh,
case,
there are only 3, right?
in that case, we can also say that when they're on an ordinary path of a Pratyeka Buddha, even if they are superior from the vehicle of the hearers, they're still only ordinary in the
That's
vehicle.
not only ordinary.
Yeah.
They are ordinary, but not only ordinary because they have.
I see.
They have.
I think you are persuading me. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Everybody got it? Little down?
I have a question. If you
No,
have,
this is not a question. No, you guys got this. How about it?
Yeah, I understand.
You understand that part?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Not
But
totally.
I have a question.
Partly. I do not understand it totally. I understand it partly.
다 니들 다 전부 똑바른 소리 강사에다 다그 봐봐더라고. 다 전부.
So because he is arhat, right? Arhat, hero's arhat. Therefore, he is spirit being, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
다그 봐봐라 하고서 봐봐라
So
와서.
he's spirit being. You're sure about that, right?
If he is
yes,
here,
by
yes.
definition.
By definition.
다 그거한테 손을 주서 와서.
So now, but he's in social realizer's path of accumulation, right?
일단 다 그걸 한테 손을 봐라 와서.
So therefore, he is the ordinary practitioner of the social realizer's path, right?
Yes.
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 But not only.
근데 이제 다그 봐봐라 와서.
So therefore, he is a spirit being, right?
Yes.
Yes.
가장
Not
큰
of,
일이
but only of one. Not
Yeah,
the
but
other.
even if you are of that, you are that.
Right.
You are
That's the
also.
point of
Right.
the other 2 is they are only.
Right.
Only.
근데 이제 다 한테 소시에 봐봐 이세고 사대.
So you have to say,
봐봐 이제
is, so there is a common locus. You know,
Yeah.
there's the mutual, what do you call that? Common locus.
Common locus.
Common
The same
locus
person,
of
Yeah,
the
overlap terms.
ordinary solid
Yeah.
razor
Overlap.
and Arya being.
Overlap.
저거 빼나
Not ordinary means like something that meets together.
Potentially.
Overlap.
Potentially.
빼나 가 미다 보도 저하기 싫은데 봤어. 나 보도 저하고 봤어.
So like in the Geshe-la will be the common locus of a man and a monk.
Yeah.
Right?
근데다가 뭐
He's a monk and he's a man.
Right.
And so therefore he is the common locus.
Yeah.
So you have to find something that is the common locus, you know, of the ordinary path and the superior path.
이제 다그 소도시वर 간다 다 맞아 송 맞아 소시です.
So he is the person, the practitioner on the path of accumulation of the social razor is the ordinary person, right? Because he is on the ordinary path of the social razor.
Yes.
맞아 소시다. 다 소시 맞아.
But he is ordinary path, ordinary being of the social razor, but he's not ordinary being.
Yes.
Ordinary being of social razor, but not ordinary being.
다 맞아 소시인데 맞아 소랑 매미신 다 다들 저거 이랬어.
Right?
맞아 소시인데 맞아 소랑 매미신 다 저거 이랬어. 맞아 소시에서 간다 그 맞아 소랑 매미었어.
But it did after that.
다그 바바인데 나중에 또 봐도 다 많이 봐야 그 나중에 저거
So he is the ordinary being because he is on the path of accumulation of the social razor,
Yeah.
and he is the spirit being because he is the arhat of the heroes.
다대 저도 세워 찾아. 세워
So
찾아.
that's clear.
It's like saying a graduate, undergraduate.
Yeah, that's exactly, yeah.
So you can be a graduate if you've already achieved a degree, but if you go back for a second degree,
Yeah.
you're an undergraduate.
Yeah,
Yes.
So
yes.
you're a graduate,
Yeah,
undergraduate.
this is exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
다 인사, 나는 the second question.
And you can be also in the 5th grade, a
How
graduate 5th grade.
막 바바라 와서. 바바 인파스.
So you are holy means spirit being, right?
You're both.
We?
들어와.
So if you are on the, if you are, if you have proceeded, the hero's path of noble learning and on the path of accumulation of the social razor, then you are it.
Yeah.
Right?
If you are, then you are spirit being, right?
Yeah. You're a
And then
hero
you are spirit being, and you are also ordinary being, right?
Yeah.
옛날야, 니들 바바 말해 와서. 니들 바바 말해 와서.
So you're spirit being, but you are not hero spirit being, right?
Why? If we just completed the hero path, that's what you said, right?
거기 갔는데 니들랑 답이서 넘버 심으로 들어갔어.
So if you are hero spirit being, then you have to be in the hero's path, right? You are no longer in the hero's path.
Right now, I don't know. How can you be a hero anymore?
You can't be hero because you are not in the hero's path anymore, right?
근데 그지
You
니들
have
바바
already proceeded the hero's path.
But the fruit that you achieve when you become a superior in the hero path doesn't disappear if you enter another path.
똑바로 냐면 말았어.
똑바 냠매와 돼. 그럼 바바 차 데려왔어.
Yeah, because it doesn't just disappear. Therefore, you are still spirit being,
Yeah.
but you are not hero spirit being because you have already left.
So what are you?
빼나 지나 다다다 미샤로 와서. 나좀 잡아주시도. 좀 미샤 마음 차서 왔어.
You understand that, right?
If I became a monk?
Yes.
And
You
then-
no longer will be a lay person.
Yeah, that's right.
대도 집안에서. 이나 그 레퍼슨 가서 똑바로 그 매워서 말 왔어.
But you can still have the knowledge of the lay person, right?
Mm.
Or even when you become when you become monk, you still have the knowledge
So then
that you
it's a
have.
problem of what we call that type of superior.
13 and 9.
What do we
So
call?
the papa the su 가래 papa.
오, that this is second question, okay? 근데 이제 다음 바바이 그냥 바바이라고 그러다스.
So he is a superior being, right?
Yeah.
다그 바바는 다 니들 바바는 말했어.
But he's not a superior being of heroes.
Yeah, I can follow that.
마인드 가르드나 니들 바바는 니들 남주 가는 거, 니들 남주 거다 말해왔어.
So the reason why he's not a hero's superior is because he is not in hero's path.
Yeah.
Okay?
가나 그걸 하자 남주 가는 거서 맞어.
Because he is on the soldier's path, right?
다그 바이나 라자 남주 가나 라자 바바는 말해왔어.
But he's not a soldier as a superior being, right?
That's right.
근데 이제 다 발론 바바 발론도 그때는 찌오름이 왔어.
And And so if you count, the nine, the Arya paths, the superior paths, then he is in neither of those 9, right?
Yeah.
그래서 나도 팔람라다 그 장에서 다 지대 되지.
And so therefore, and there's only 9 in the superior paths.
그래서 또 팔람 고 가는 말이나 그 팔람 레스.
So he is not in any of the 9, superior paths, but
Yeah.
he is the spirit being.
Yeah.
다 대망이 튀죠. 다 가지다 다 봐봐야나 팔람 고 가는 마찬가지라고 가지.
So if you are a superior being, it is not necessary to be in the superior path, in any of these 9 superior paths.
So then this is like kind of what I was saying, is that there can be 13 different superior beings, but there can only be 9 superior paths.
바람 바바 주승 멸했어. 바바 주승 멸했어. 안에 바람 고마디가 말했을 때 대단한 일이었어.
근데 단지 싸우다 조져가세요. 이렇게 늘 레버.
Your terms.
I mean, it doesn't. I understand the logic of just delimiting 9 only. That makes sense. But then we still have a problem that there are some superiors which we have no name for.
가래 파버려.
가게 봐봐 말이야. 봐봐 있나? 대제 봐봐 되는 거 가지고. 그 대통령 가는 말에 있나? 난 봐봐 부수면 되지. 데려가서 대고 말이야. 봐봐 부수면 되는 거 아니야?
말아. 가라. 라봐.
알아다 기다릴 건 봐봐 부수면. 알아다 이제. 대서 보자. 봐봐 부수면 기다려.
말 바바 집어라. 나 바바 명상스야. 바바 나 즈마르.
간제
즈마 말은 뭐네를 했어. 바바 도와를 바바라 할 거야.
알아도 봐봐 부수면서요.
바바를 했어.
봐봐래. 다 봐봐 부수면 봐봐 부수면 돼요. 내가 아니 돈 없어 뭐 거는 맞을 거 그랬어. 오늘 봐봐 즈마르 받자라도 해서 봐봐 부수면 봐봐 즈마르. 가지 들리지 않나? 들리 말해서 그렇다. 들리지 않나? 돈 없어 뭐 거는 맞을 거 그랬어. 나는 돈 없다 방에서 돈 없다 그랬어. 내가 또 봐야지. 봐봐 부수면 몇 세.
So it's not a fake, it's not a fake superior being, because you have the realization, you have achieved the realization of the superior beings. It's just that you're not in that superior being's path, but you have that realization. So therefore, your being superior being, is not fake. It's a real. And it's not any of those 9 superior beings. Because you're not because you're in the healers, Soul Realizer's ordinary path, and therefore you're not healers in a superior being. You're not Soul Realizer's superior being, and you're not, of course, minor path superior being.
다시 내려라. 너 봐봐 거요. 예스. 근데 다들 봐봐 찌도 왔는데 나는 나도 봐봐 거에 세워대. 아니 돈 없어 뭐 가를 맞으면 봐봐지는 나도 봐봐 찌 사줘 그래서. 대면도 나는 봐봐 거는 이제 데려줘야 되는 거지. 돈 없어 뭐 다른 저는 봐봐 찌 줘도 왔어. 봐봐 찌도 왔는데 대 말했어. 나도 봐봐 그 마시면서 해야 돼. 다음 돈 없어 뭐 봐봐 무슨 해야 돼. 돈 없어 뭐 가를 맞으면 돈 많이 봐봐지는 다 찌 줘도 왔어.
So, if there is the other, the spirit beings, the 10th one, if there's a 10th one, if there's that's what we say 9 one. So if there's a 10th one, then it has to be one that has not achieved, any of 3 path of scenes, the path of scenes of either the Soul Realizer, the healers, or the Mahayana. And so this one has already achieved one of them. So therefore, it's not the fake one.
다때까지 빼자겠다 쉬운 것도 좀더 세상들이 들어가. 그래서 내가 조심하게 맞죠.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is just to say that there is something, there's other than the 9 spirit beings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good. More confused?
Yes.
No, it's okay, you speak, it doesn't matter.
So could a hearer arhat be on the solitary realizes path? So go from path of accumulation to path of preparation. Would they be motivated to go into the Arya paths? Or are they already Arya, so they don't have to go into the solitary realizes Arya paths, the higher paths?
어떤 년도에 다시 못 보면 모노스라도 라제 솔람바기 근데 가서 라제기 토남토야 라제기 파남토야 근데 네 더발 모르겠어.
여기 다 대시 토야 제도 거다 라제 손을 좀 넣어서.
Yes, he will have the wish to achieve that. That's why
So he will keep going. Okay.
Yeah.
He keep
So we
going
would call
all
him a
the.
superior superior.
Sorry?
Would we call him a superior superior?
파페 파마라 그랬어요. 토남 가서 라제기 토남토도.
대단해서 니디 다친 거 도망가서 소리에 맞아 도망가더라고 그랬어.
So you can say, as a practitioner on the path of seeing of the social riser who has proceeded in the path of normal learning of the hearer's vehicle. Not a superior being.
So once he got to the solitary realized superior path,
Yes.
we would just call him regular.
Yeah, superior being.
Superior
just a
being,
superior
so we wouldn't designate either, we wouldn't call
So you can say, a superior being, who has proceeded the hearer's, path of normal learning. You can say like that.
Okay? Okay, now we stop.
We can go.
Yeah.
Are any of these realizations and labels and designations demarcate non-returners? So if someone becomes a Arya being of the hearer vehicle, is that saying that they can never lose that status as an Arya being? Once you become Pakpa, you always have that, or can you lose it if you achieve the path of no more learning of a hearer vehicle and exhaust all of your merit? Hanging out in nirvana and bliss, you exhaust it all. Are you still going to be a superior being, or do you lose it? Is it possible to lose it?
다 들리다 좀 봐대 이 대신 통화하시네 그냥 다 대화 준비를 남도 그 주주시와도 공마대 양념마다 양 대화 대면 교신잖아 양고 대신 그 통화 양이 마야 대면 뭐 여기 있어 그거 보고만 저기
그래서 여기다 다시 먹고 번터 살아. 다 거기 부담되다. 다시 부담되네. 기부담되네. 그다 사람 좋은데 내가 막 맞아야 되겠어.
드려요 말씀.
사람 좋아요 말.
드려요 말씀 좋아요 말.
Once you become arhat, you will never exhaust your merit.
Yeah.
Your nirvana, is forever. It's there forever. It's just that you haven't achieved the ultimate, achievements. But you have that nirvana. That's there all the time. That can never diminish or that can never degenerate.
Okay.
And once you are on the spirit path, then you do never fall back. You can fall down from, let's say, from the ordinary path, the path of accumulation, the path of preparation. Like you say, you're on the Mahayana path of accumulation, path of preparation. Then you get really discouraged, thinking that this is not possible. It's impossible, and so I better just seek myself, happiness, and then you fall into the hero's path, or social riser's path. That's possible. But once you have achieved the path of seeing, then it's not possible.
근데 자초마다 고발하냐 깔깔이 샤네 아니 남깔이야 다 상제도 시도 되고 자추다다니 다 장냐마데 있다 고발이야 나네 이제 내 거서 또 니나
또 그런 sense 있어. 또 번에 그 윤슈다 치료원도 치명세잖아. 치료원세다 치료명세다 되는 마다 산에 그랬다 코알라 나 도와면 되려서 삼거 들어가요. 치료명세를 갈 거야. 치료원도 치료명세.
쇼도 심어서 다 내가 제가 느끼지 그 와서 그래 말이야. 내가 양주 지켜 버려야 되는데. 아니 약간 내년 다음번 입어서 같이 봐야 돼. 일단 돈 한번 가면 좀 심어서.
또 많이 하게 되면.
또 많이 하게 되면 말이야.
And so then, anyway, when you have achieved that liberation, the peace, you absorb into that, into that peace forever, until you are awakened from that, by the sound of a Buddha saying that, oh, you have not achieved everything that is to be achieved, and there's so many things that you still have to abandon and so forth. Then he wakes up and he starts to enter into the path, Mahayana path, and then practice. That way takes much longer time, but so then that's how he proceeds. Anyway, so when we're talking about the stream winner, once returner, never returner, and then the arhat. So that's not about falling back. Yeah, so once returner, it's like before you return once to the desire realm, and then when you are never returner, then you never have to come back to the desire realm. and then after that you achieve the arhatship. Then you of course never have to come back again. But when you return to the level, reach to a certain level, then you never have to come back. So therefore, it's called the never returner.
What level is that?
심오대 단 인도 그런 거 도고
It's during the path of meditation, the fourth path.
인도
The never returner.
Bodhisattva.
You mean
No, no,
Every
of the here.
vehicle has it.
Here.
the Chiron Chiron said the delay amount, the watch body amount.
대우지 먹게 되면
No, that applies. Those called the four results. Because of stream winner, once returner, never returner, and the arhat. So there are 4 results. That only applies to the Hinayana path. So heroes and soldiers. In the Mahayana, you don't have that.
괜히 이슈 됐대. 괜히 이슈 됐대. 나타 shumote.
20 sangha.
Oh, yeah. I haven't studied it, but I know what it is.
근데 간데 단다 대셔를 봐. 먹고 쓴 줄 알았어.
So you apply those to those 4 results.
So maybe Tsultrim's question is, were you confusing the non-returner with like the what's it called, the midopesa, the non, how do you say, the 7th path, the 7th ground, sorry, the midopesa or
사토바.
Madasa.
yeah.
This is different.
Yeah, well, I wasn't thinking of the never returner. I used that language, but I wasn't thinking. But I was thinking of the 7th ground, 7th Bodhisattva Bhumi. How once you reach that, you can't degenerate. I didn't know what if there were points of degeneration and non-degeneration on the other paths or not. But
다카라는 마다사든 값 받아도 되는 거 많이 알아서. 다바사선들 다바사선들은 냐면
뭐 때문에
yeah.
대말 대처는 거 뭐가 쓰는 거 냐면 그 기사 말이죠. 대다 대정사 것이 되게 냐면 말이죠. 가요.
So even if you're in the 7 impure grounds, you will never still not fall back.
Yeah.
Can you please repeat that once again?
Even if you're in the 7 the impure grounds, you will still not fall back.
But this is coming to.
It's not that one. We're talking about the
This is
Mahayana
like-
path and the
We're
Mahayana.
jumping
Yeah,
ahead.
just-
The 10 grounds, yeah.
Yeah, 10 grams. 이제 다쳐도 나도 사고 교회를 좀
But in other words, that's liberation from samsara.
Which one? The
What
7
you are saying?
impure grounds?
What you are saying is that you will not fall back. So then
And that means falling back from the realization. Is what.
No,
Yes, the realizations, yeah.
So when earlier on when he said that, look, from what I understood, that when a person is on whichever level, one of the 3, whichever one, right, and he exhausts his karma, all right, he'll come out, he'll be in a blissful place, he'll come back. But if he's in this place where nothing really matters, he's never going to come back. That is exiting the cyclic existence, no? So that only can be in number H in my paper, is in the Bodhisattva path after the 7th level.
Yeah, according to the Mahayana, yeah.
Yeah, but he said it's the path of meditation.
대다수도 다 그걸 보시고.
No,
I think there is confusion because
they said that if once you become an arhat of any of the 3 vehicles,
Yeah.
you have achieved nirvana from samsara. So you're out of the cycle entirely.
Yeah, but that's not what this page is saying.
well, according to the Mahayana, it's not right though. It's a nirvana with remainder, right? So if you are arhat of any of the Hinayana vehicles, and in the Mahayana too, it's possible to have a nirvana with remainder, right? So there is a nirvana with and without remainder. So the arhat is like technically out of samsara, but there is some very subtle something, I don't know what it is.
Aggregate. Contaminated aggregate.
Yeah, exactly. So Buddha comes along after a time and kind of shakes them out of here.
Welcome now.
Yeah.
You have to get up, go to walk. Yes.
Yeah,
So-
now it's ringing.
So earlier you were talking about exhausting your karma, exhausting your merit. So it will never be exhausted.
Yeah,
The only is that they will be wakened by the Buddha saying that you have to study more or practice more and so forth, and things like that. So in the healers, the arhatship, and the soldiers arhatship, once you have achieved that, then you're always you are out of cycle existence. So you never have to come back after that. you know. But when you're talking about the Mahayana path, in the Mahayana path, then you have after once you have achieved part of meditation, then you have to go through these 10 grounds.
Right.
So and up to the 7 grounds. So that's what the first 7 is called the impure,
Right.
7 grounds, and then after that, the 8, 9, and 10 are called the pure grounds. The 3 pure grounds.
오케이. 다 간제 맞에 줄때 그거를 나서 뒤바르 만나고 하고서
So you understand a little bit now?
간제 소소시고 코네가 남니 와서
So how many ordinary paths? How many merely ordinary paths?
Merely to
간을 주디 가르.
What are they?
the what do you call accumulation and preparation of the first fellow.
Of the here.
First fellow.
First guy.
Here.
다 소시도 파파니기 차기 시에 와서 시.
And then how many are there? You know, the ordinary beings with the spirit beings path.
How many ordinary beings with?
How many ordinary paths with the
Where
spirit
it's
path?
possible.
Where it's
Potential,
possible.
with a potential.
With the potential or possibility. 4.
Four.
Four.
What are they?
Solitary realization.
니 라자 소소니 대체지.
Oh yeah.
You got
Path
it?
of accumulation and path of preparation of Sautiraja, path of accumulation and path of preparation of Mahayana.
Right?
6 now.
No,
Oh,
Four.
Four. Only 4.
you didn't really count.
Oh, the first you don't count.
You don't count.
Yeah,
Okay?
those are merely.
다음
Those are merely, yeah.
발음 코네가 그게 와서 발음 코네가 굿.
And how many merely spirit paths? Merely spirit paths.
Early.
Only.
Oh.
Only, just
Only,
perfect.
yeah.
6.
Perfect.
9.
Nine.
오케이?
Nine.
다음 발음은
Not 13.
오케이? 다음 봐봐 이게 소소 쉬고 이게 나 시동 봐봐 이게 다 람틱 소소 쉬고 이게 어떻게 직시 정도로.
Well, wouldn't that be 3? Because the other 2 could be, oh, because you said that isn't.
오케이? 다시 봐봐 이게 소소 쉬고 람틱 소소 쉬고 난 이게 소소 쉬고
So what will be the common locus of the superior path and the ordinary path?
Common locus
Yeah.
of the superior
A
path.
person who is a hearer of the hearer vehicle or of the solitary realizer vehicle on either of the other 2 vehicles. Or no, I can't do it that way. Only a hearer of the hearer vehicle. What do you say? An Arya of the hearer vehicle on either of the 2 other vehicles' ordinary paths, right?
다 라자 소놈에 그 소소 쉬고 코네가 시에 와서 라자 소놈.
What did you say? Can you say again?
A person who's achieved Arya.
An Arya of the hearer vehicle
No.
who's achieved
A practitioner, you have to say.
Not Arya.
If you say Arya of Viveka, then it's the
a
real.
practitioner who has completed
Arya.
the superior paths of the hearer vehicle, who is now on
So to
either-
guys, you don't have this. You just give one example.
on the
Example.
solitary realizer's path of accumulation.
Okay.
오케이? others understand?
I understand, right?
Okay.
That's clear.
다 라자 소놈에게 소소 쉬고 이게 와서 소시 코네 봐봐 많이 시. 라자 소놈에게 소소 봐봐 많이 시 와서.
So is there a path of accumulation of the solitary risers? That's only an ordinary path?
Yes,
That's merely.
because if a
Yeah.
person only enters that
Okay, good job.
Yeah, that's good.
다 되는지 다.
From the beginning, right? From the
Yeah.
beginning, he enter into the
all
path of accumulation.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
다 주는 다 그거 하고 와서.
So you understand that? You all understand that now?
Very killing that.
Very
If
good.
somebody hit you, 그건 못 따르시면 죄송 못한다.
So you will not forget it even somebody were to
No,
hit
if
your
somebody
head,
hits me, I will
hit your
fix.
head. You'll faint, then you'll forget it.
그래서 나도 로션 단수 때 하고 그래. 만나고 때때 요 저것이 나도 있을 때는 가시로.
So anyway, this is just knowledge, so
Knowledge,
you're understanding the little bit of
There's
differences.
a difference in a particle inside right now. Okay, now we stop. Then to give me answer the. 얘들 보고 센터죠. 선제. Okay, do you guys everybody memorize?
You want?
If you really have to answer, please you close your book, watch the test, research. You know, please read what's the memorize the definition and what's that? The decision of the ground of her hero's spirit. Okay? Who has? No one else? Yes? Please, you slip down. No one?
I got the second part of the first question.
No, the first one answer. No one?
The ground of a hearer superior is the clear realization of a hearer superior that serves as the basis for all the good qualities that are its results.
Many good qualities are
Oh,
effects.
many good qualities.
Can you say that again?
The definition of a ground of a hearer superior is the clear realization of a hearer superior that serves as the basis for the many good qualities that are its result.
Got it? Yeah, he has numerous. I understand. Okay, this is very important, very numerous. Otherwise, you always confuse, okay? Don't forget, okay? Everybody understand? This is not a book. I'm not talking about without book. If Trinidad teaches not book, you can. If you have that, you don't find that. Then it's difficult, you know. This is the book, okay? Now, second question.
Wait, no. First question, second part.
Divisions.
What are the divisions?
The divisions.
Of the superiors? What are the hearer
Hearer
superior?
superior.
Yeah.
Oh,
He knows these.
Roll that.
The paths are-
okay. How many?
It's, I'm not looking.
Okay.
Seeing, meditation, and no more learning.
Karse. Good. Good. Okay. Is everybody? You have some special name.
You don't
You
say
say
path,
seeing.
basically.
Meditation and normal learning.
The path of.
He's a lazy.
So that's the difference. Part of seeing and seeing is different. So you have to be specific, otherwise you might get debated.
This Buddhism's a long thing. You got to shortcut it at the right moments. You know.
Whereas you have to make it complete.
So what was the problem there with
They were,
The hearer's path of seeing, the hearer's path of
Right, what were
meditation.
they?
He's teasing him because he's just teasing him because he didn't say path.
Oh.
These are the last words.
Right, we have to answer.
The hearer's path of seeing,
Yeah.
the hearer's path of meditation, the hearer's path of no more learning.
Okay. Everybody understand?
Right.
Now the second question is, how many divisions are there to the heart? Heroes are part of thing. Everybody understand?
Yeah.
Okay. How much? How many?
Who has it?
That's
Three.
Three? Say three.
You
What are
never
they?
answered the question. You just said how many are there? The three.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Good
You
answer.
know these.
Good answer. Good answer.
I got it right.
He knows it, he knows.
You have three.
Don't look.
Don't look it.
Something to do with the meditation equipoise. Meditative equipoise. The
Exalted
exalted wisdom and meditative equipoise.
of
Meditative equipoise. And then the exalted wisdom of release. Subsequent release.
Release is inside the person.
Subsequent attainment.
And then,
Alright. And then no more.
no, the one that's neither.
That's neither, no
Yeah,
more.
right.
Neither.
What?
Yeah.
No more?
Yeah, neither.
Neither,
Not this, not that.
neither of those.
Neither of them.
Okay. Everybody understand?
Yeah.
I think
uninterrupted, right?
No,
That's
a
another-
division.
That's the second, that's the
That's a
second
division of the
That's the
meditation.
wisdom of meditative equipoise.
Exactly.
so it's,
Okay. Now second one, it may be too long. Someone read.
you can read Geshe-la.
Was extend wisdom of the meditation,
Exalted.
exalted
Exalted.
wisdom of
Meditative.
then equipoise
Equipoise.
of heroes path,
Hearers.
path of thing, expert, exalt,
Example. What is the example?
Wisdom of, what's too long? No, I'm sorry.
Sweating. What is the example
Example, wisdom
of the exalted wisdom?
exalted wisdom of, it's too long.
No, it's not long.
What does it say?
What is the example of the exalted wisdom
Meditative equipoise.
of meditative equipoise of the hearer's path of seeing.
It's just one sentence.
Yeah.
I'm finished?
No, I finished.
Okay. 다 가지마지 니들 돈 여자 지금 3시씩 가는 거지.
The example or the definition?
Example.
3시씩.
Example.
She went very well.
I don't have the answer. I'm responsible.
Who else?
Isn't it
Maybe dealers?
Meditative equipoise, which is focused on selflessness, which is its object.
a single
Is
point?
that an example of a
Mhm.
meditative?
It's gonna give me the.
I didn't know that. I thought that was the definition.
The example of the exalted wisdom of meditative equipoise is, on the path of, here's path of seeing, is meditative equipoise focused on selflessness, which is its object.
Good.
Let me use the dupe. Damage the Nyamshashis.
What you said? Did you put a new issue? Oh, it's not. You fail.
You fail.
What?
Fail.
Right.
Oh,
그 다음에 남을 아이패드 담는 애 죽어라.
Damage the
니들이 가면서
Senshidar.
3시. 니들 돈안 여자 지금 3시 가서.
This isn't the thing. Oh, the senshi. Is that the one that's it's a
Example.
It's the one that becomes the actual antidote to affliction obscurations. That's part of the definition, though, still, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Right.
That's
Right.
you can say that's the definition. I mean that's the example.
Okay.
Exactly.
So what's the example?
dealers saying dealers.
except I
Don't
gave
change.
the definition.
Don't change, okay?
Pardon me?
Don't change, okay? Second.
Change.
Repeat
Don't
again.
change. Say the
Don't
same
change.
thing you said.
So you understand when we talk about the example here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I
So niidi 돈을 내야
put
되겠다.
down something.
We're talking about the example. So we're not talking about the definition. You know, you're gonna have
So
to
what did,
be specific.
what's his name say? I'm sorry.
Andy, no, he didn't say
What did you
anything.
say?
I was just saying, like, I'm just remembering the part that's a meditative equipoise on a hearer's truth that acts as the direct antidote to kuntak and yintip, I don't know, afflictive obscurations and superimposition
Is that correct? Is that an example?
that are its object of abandonment. That are,
So anyway, what are the divisions? Just to give you some idea
of which?
of the meditative, exalted wisdom of meditative voice.
Seeing,
there's
release,
the
and
uninterrupted
nine.
path.
Seeing, release, nine.
Uninterrupted
The-
path.
And
The
then
path
the path
of
of
release.
release, right?
And then,
And
So he's
neither.
asking for example, right? Example means like
Oh, so
example
any
of
of
human
those
being,
three?
example of human being, like Damcho or
Damcho.
Andy.
so you can
Andy
just
is
say
the example
those,
of.
so those are the three, right?
One of the three.
You can say,
You
yeah,
can
you
say
can
one
say.
of the three.
That's the example. Uninterrupted path is
Oh,
example
so you
of the
were right
meditative
there.
voice.
I see. So those are, I guess, because the text says division.
같이 매람된다. 냠쇼 지금 3시간이에요.
되죠.
Geshe-la.
That's an example of, so.
Oh, no, don't look at Geshe-las.
Oh,
The divisions are
I see.
examples.
Don't look at the answer Geshe-la gave.
Exactly.
You know, that's only Geshe-las are allowed to look at it. You're not allowed to look at it.
Because
니네 돈을
저런
가져오지.
3시간 알아.
The chef does no wrong.
동네가 퇴치도 제가 남아지면 니들이 돈을 다 벌어.
She said it.
남들함들
남들도 자신을
같이
거리 남기다.
Yeah, so you can say that. You know, so simple way of saying is you
So
know,
now we know.
uninterrupted path
Yeah.
or path of
Right.
release.
then you can do mine.
라이트 집에 담배나 퇴치면 이제 주부셔 나한테 퇴치더라고 말더라고. 니도 말로 하나? 니도
저런 3시간 샵.
담배나 퇴치도 남아지면 니들이 돈을 다 벌어.
So here we're talking about what? Which ground?
니들이
The hero's ground, right?
Mhm.
Hero's ground. We're talking about the hero's ground. So you have to say heroes. You know?
Yeah.
So hero's uninterrupted path of
Yes.
seeing.
Yeah.
If you say that,
Yeah.
uninterrupted path of seeing of the hero's ground. If you say like that, then that can be example.
So,
It's the same thing, you know. So you can say exalted wisdom. You know, so single point of view, focusing on the selfless of the person, which is the object.
Mhm.
So, but you have to say hero's ground
Yeah.
of the hero's
But-
ground.
Yes.
If you say focusing on selflessness of person, doesn't it by default, that's what you do on the hearer's ground?
No, because if any of the other ones above, you automatically have that realization with their path of seeing.
I see.
If you understand the selflessness of phenomena, you automatically understand the selflessness of the person, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
okay.
You understand?
Yeah, yeah.
And Deloitte, you put again something? Did you add something there?
What?
Did you add?
And,
Oh, I put down his answer.
Add. What different you, before you write or after a little different?
Right,
What?
because I said the definition, this is an example. So, like,
So there can be many examples. So what Geshe said is one example, but
Yeah,
another
there are many
one,
examples, yeah.
you can say this example also.
Okay? We have a little bit tricky that one.
right,
Everybody understand, okay?
the mind.
You have to want to identify a little bit. Okay? Now this is the one part very easy, what we do. That would be like
What's the answer?
hero's path of single possibility,
Pointedly.
what's it?
Pointedly.
Pointedly, concurrently.
You guys are good.
Concentrating.
No, he's reading the answer to.
Oh really? I didn't
Yeah.
read it.
To the previous question or the next one?
He's reading.
The answer to what?
He's reading his answer to the third
Previous question.
The third question.
So let's hear, I want to hear that answer. What does it say?
No.
Doug may let's kick to.
Oh yeah, I did it, yeah.
But what do you
You
say?
can
Can you read it in English once, just so we can hear it?
He doesn't have English one.
Yeah, you can read it.
You're permitted.
He hasn't.
Okay.
Yeah, read it.
The English answer given to the third question. The third question being, what is the example of the exalted wisdom and meditative equipoise of the hearer's path of seeing?
Uh-huh.
That would be like the hearer's path of seeing, single-pointedly concentrating on the selflessness of person.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
Yeah,
That's
that's kind of what I
Yeah,
thought.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, now I read what second one correct. What will be like hero's path of single
That's
possibility?
what I Geshe.
Well,
You
can
read
I-
number
wait,
4, Geshe.
Can I,
Number
wait,
four.
Can I ask a question? Now the third question, because of the answer, now I wonder.
Yes.
So we can say as an example of the hearer's path of seeing, we could say so we're talking about the exalted wisdom, right, of meditative equipoise. So an example of that, we could say the uninterrupted path, but can we say the path of release too? And then the third one, which is neither?
Neither of those two.
It's also a single pointed?
Mhm.
Okay.
Any one
No,
of us
neither
have
is
a-
not single-pointed. Neither is non-manifest.
No. As long as it is meditative equipoise, yes.
It's single pointed, right?
So is meditative equipoise in the single point?
Yeah, but the third division of the exalted wisdom, that which is neither of these two, is a realization that's not manifest during.
Yeah, it says here, clear realization of hero's truth, which is a meditative equipoise, focus one pointedly on selflessness, which is its object.
Right.
That's the definition of exalted wisdom of meditative equipoise,
Right.
of hero's path.
Yeah.
So it is single pointedly. So one pointedly, or single pointedly. So neither of those two also has to be one pointedly.
Yeah.
Even if it's not manifest.
No. We're in the manifest. We're talking about the subsequent, right? Subsequent attainment.
I think that's a different.
That's different.
Yeah.
So here you're talking about the
Yamcha.
meditative
There's
equipoise,
two things that are not manifest.
exalted wisdom, meditative equipoise, exalted wisdom of the subsequent attainment, and neither of those two. So not neither of those two. That one.
Yeah.
So when that's the division of the meditative
Yeah,
exalted wisdom, meditative equipoise, which is uninterrupted path of release, and neither of those two.
And that
So neither of those two also has to be one pointedly, focus one pointedly on selflessness.
So why is it neither of those two? Just out of
Okay,
curiosity.
so what is
네가 마음에 가르치는 마음을 쓰고 그래서
단 니들 돈을 몇몇이 말해봤어.
말다 냠샤이시다 받침에 남다 남들한테 대니가 그런 마음을 지어라. 대니 그런 마음을 냠샤이시 지어라. 대니 그런 마음을 가르치냈어.
아 니들 돈을 몇몇이 있어야 돼. 이 집이 담배를 좀 마셔가지고 왔어. 한집 담배.
그래.
지금도 이 돈을 몇몇이 뽕이 몇몇이 가져가지고 왔어.
그래.
대답고 많이 줘라 그랬어. 니들 돈을 받침으로도 너는 골라 다 대고 그랬어. 한집 담배를 가서 담배. 이 둘다 등록시에다 가서 담배를 들었어. 대니 강자도 이 돈을 뜻이 되냐 봐. 이 돈을 주겠다거든. 돈이가 뜻이 되면 니들 돈을 주겠다. 대니 돈을 받침으로 말했어.
here? I have right here. Geshe Jampa Tiksha says
What he said.
the contemplation on emptiness of external existence in the continuum of a person during post-meditative period is an example of the hearer's path of seeing that is neither contemplative exalted wisdom nor post-meditation exalted wisdom.
That's
what
the wrong one. That's
no, let me finish. And then he says that same contemplation, or the contemplation of the four immeasurable thoughts and so forth, occurring non-manifestly in the continuum of a person at the level of a hearer's uninterrupted path and liberated path, are examples of the hearer's contemplative exalted wisdom that is neither uninterrupted nor the liberated path of seeing. So he says that same contemplation occurring non-manifestly in the continuum of a person at the level of a hearer's uninterrupted path and liberated path, which is path of release, are examples of the hearer's contemplative exalted wisdom that is neither uninterrupted nor path of release.
But it has to be.
So I mean, that's just that he
But it has to
addresses
be
that.
single-pointedly in order to meet the definition of wisdom of exalted meditative qualities. It has to be single-pointedly under the selflessness.
But it has to be non-manifest, because if it's not,
See that in the definition, if you look at the part of the definition of the uninterrupted part, path of release, it has to be on the selflessness of person.
Yeah, that's what I
So
was
if
saying.
selflessness of person, so if any other than that, other selflessness like emptiness or emptiness of duality,
Yeah.
then it is not an uninterrupted path or path.
Yeah, so that definition is not maybe Geisha's that Geisha.
no, but so then it doesn't have to be single-pointed. It only has to be single-pointed on the selflessness of person.
Yes, single point of selflessness of person for the uninterrupted path and the path of release.
But not for the one which is neither.
No, not for the one which is neither, because for the meditative equipoise, it only says selflessness. It doesn't say selflessness of person. But if you look at the definition, the 동일한 냠버샤보다 남을 냠버샤보래.
Yeah, it just says dogme.
Yeah, so that says dhamma, right?
Yeah.
Only says selflessness.
Yeah.
It doesn't selfless, which is object. So if you are meditating on emptiness, then it becomes meditating on the selflessness, which is object.
Okay.
Not on the selflessness, but selflessness, which is the object, which is its object. So that's the difference, I think. The selflessness and selflessness, which is its object.
Okay? More confused? I think it will be more confused, you guys.
When you say
Vikram.
when it says wrong, when it says the wrong yoga dogme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the wrong? The wrong is the
Wrong
nyamsha?
itself. One.
Nyamsha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Nyamshapa, yeah. Nyamshap. Nyamshaishi. Nyamshaishi. The meditative, exalted wisdom meditative.
Okay.
돈이라 냐마자면 하셔야 돼요. 라인 집에 담을 냐마자 하셔야지. 담을 냐마자 하셔야지. 마인. difficult? Okay. Okay, now third question, okay?
Fourth question.
You have to think about this a little bit, okay?
Fourth one, right?
This is
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Number 4.
Number 4. What is the difference between
Difference
what's that?
between
Between
interrupted path.
uninterrupted path of hero's path and of singing sings and path of what's that?
Release.
Release of hero's path of sing. You got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It is the second part of the definitions of both.
What is that?
The first part is the same of both. The second part is different. It has to be like, it can't be anything else.
So what are they? Can you tell us what
What
the
is
parts
that?
are?
In the book. But it's the second part of the definitions of both.
So being the antidote and abandon.
That's what I think. Because that's the only difference between the two. There's no other difference. If you read the definition of both, The difference is the second part of the definition. The first part is exactly the same.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
That's true.
that's good. Good job. He wants to just stay here and give the answers.
Does anyone have the parts actually
You
that
have
they
to
can recite?
Yeah, I
It's on page,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, he's right, the first part. And it says, this is the uninterrupted path of Maureen. Yeah, oh, yeah. The uninterrupted path appears, path of seeing, the clear realization of the truth as above, which serves as the actual antidote to the acquired afflictive obstructions, which are the objects of abandonment, which corresponds to it. And then the path of release, as above, the person is actually released from the acquired afflictive obstructions, which are the objects to be abandoned, corresponding to the uninterrupted path, which, I can't read my writing. Induces it.
다들 지금 먹었지 먹어게 너무 많이 지거래 지금 되네. 좋아했어.
Good. Yeah, this is good.
So basically, just in a simple word, the uninterrupted path is like what serves as an antidote, right? And then in the path of release, now is free from that.
Yes.
Once the antidote has been applied.
Yeah, the antidote has been applied and it's been successful.
Successful, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, very good. Learn more complete that. This is good. Good study. Okay. But you guys doesn't memorize this definition. Who did?
So
Next.
get- I was going to say that we're going to be having 2 weeks off while we're away in Kalachakra. So maybe when you send out, well, maybe when you send out homework, you can send out more things that you very important to memorize, and maybe we can send out reminders. Huh?
Pile it on.
Memorize all the what do you call it?
Definition.
Definitions. Very important. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, don't missing each other's definitions. Okay. Then don't forget after you come back, maybe ask her.
Exam.
Beginning teacher. Okay, example. Okay, anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Okay.